Were the Vikings really just bloodthirsty savages? Or have we been told only half the story? The truth is far more shocking. Behind the raids and burning monasteries was a hidden world of explorers, traders, and empire builders who quietly shaped Europe in ways that still affect us today. This is the untold story of the Vikings raiders, traders, and explorers who changed history forever. In the year 793, a small island off England's coast, Lindisfarne, went up in flames. Monks were slaughtered, treasures looted, and survivors spoke of demons from the sea. This single raid shocked Europe and cemented the Vikings' image as merciless killers. Longships became a symbol of terror, striking without warning, vanishing just as quickly. But here's what most people don't realize. This terrifying image was only the surface. How did a scattered people from frozen Scandinavia terrorize mighty kingdoms? The answer lies in their ships. Viking longships were centuries ahead of their time, sleek, fast, and able to glide across oceans and shallow rivers. It meant no one was safe. They could appear deep inside France or in the heart of England, where no army expected them. But not every longship carried warriors. Some carried something far more dangerous: wealth and ideas. The shocking truth? Most Vikings weren't full-time raiders. They were traders. They built vast networks, stretching from the icy north to the golden cities of the Middle East. Furs, ivory, amber, exchanged for silk, spices, and silver. Towns like Hedeby and Birka thrived as bustling marketplaces. Viking merchants carried goods, stories, and even technology across continents. Raiding gave them fear. Trading gave them influence. But exploration, that gave them immortality. The Vikings didn't just raid and trade, they pushed the limits of the known world. In the east, Swedish Vikings, known as the Rus, carved out kingdoms along Russian rivers, planting the seeds of what became modern Russia. In the west, Norsemen colonized Iceland, braved Greenland's icy coasts, and reached North America centuries before Columbus. At L'Anse aux Meadows in Canada, archaeologists found proof. Vikings had already set foot in the New World. And in France, they didn't just raid, they settled. Normandy, land of the Northmen, became their permanent home. From there, their descendants, like William the Conqueror, rewrote European history. The Vikings weren't just invaders, they were architects of nations. So who were these people when they weren't fighting? They were farmers, blacksmiths, poets. They told sagas of gods and heroes: Odin, Thor, Freya, stories of courage and fate that shaped their entire worldview. And here's another twist. Viking women had surprising power. They could own land, run households, and even divorce husbands' rights unheard of in most of Europe at the time. Behind the fearsome image was a society both brutal and surprisingly progressive. By the 11th century, the Viking Age was fading. Christianity spread, kingdoms grew stronger, and longships slowly disappeared from the horizon. But the Vikings never truly vanished. Their fingerprints are everywhere. Words we use daily, sky, window, knife, come from Old Norse. Entire regions like Normandy and Russia were built on Viking foundations. Their trade routes stitched Europe to Asia in ways no one else could. The most shocking truth? The Vikings didn't just destroy Europe, they helped build the Europe we live in today. The world remembers the Vikings for their raids, but that's only half their story. They were raiders, yes, but they were also explorers who reached new continents, traders who connected civilizations, and settlers who shaped entire nations. So maybe the real question isn't, were the Vikings ruthless raiders? It's this: without them, would Europe as we know it even exist?